Hello Internet, this is Exaedre, and today I'll talk about the initiative rating tracker. But first, a few words on the groups and how they can be used in the toolkit. So groups appear here on the sidebar. There's a special group called characters here. Any character that's not in a group will appear here. Groups are managed in this window, edit group, and you can create any number of groups. You give them a short name, a sidebar name, that's what appear here, and a description or longer name. In this this window, you see the groups on the right and the characters on the left. Each character has his occupation here and the group in which he resides. If you click on this, it removes the association to the group, and the character goes to the default group of characters here. So you can drag a character onto a group to assign it, and here you see the assignment. If a group is already created, you can also just drag a character on the sidebar and move it to another group, like that. So groups are used in a couple of ways. The first is in the tracking panel here. You select a group, and this will show the characters in that group and evaluate which character has the highest survival skill for the guide in the tracking routine, and determine also the help that any other character can provide. So normally the group is your player characters and they travel together. If for a short while a NPC, a major NPC is traveling with a group, you can just temporarily add that character to your group and it will appear here. And when you're done, that you can just remove the major character here, major NPC. So normally I keep a group for my players and a group for the major NPCs for a campaign, for instance. So let's say you have a Tuesday group, you can call it Tuesday or anything else. So this is one way the groups are used. And the other way is in the combat tracker, you can load a specific group. So let's say you're running your Tuesday group, you can select the group and add all the characters in it. So this is one way to. There are four ways to add the combatant to the combat tracker. This is the first way. A second way, if you want to add any character in your roster, you can just drag a character to the tracker like that. So that's the second way. The third way is with these add button. You can add a number of folks, tribes, domesticated animals, etc. You can add, if you add an NPC, it adds a note here on the GM note with this NPC combat skills. And the fourth way to add combatant is with this add a combatant entry mode is here. You select the first field, the length. This is the length of the longest weapon the character or the NPC is carrying. You enter a value and then you press the enter key. It moves you to the next field, which is the initiative rating or action NPC. This is the action ML actually. And then you press enter and you move to the next which is the move here. Let's say yes, 45. You press enter, and then you enter a name for the combatant. And when you press enter in the name field, it's the same as pressing the plus button here. It adds the combatant here, and it puts a note here with the action mode for this ad hoc combatant. And then you can, add any notes that you have on this character, and any other details that you want. So that's the way you add combatant. If you want to remove one, you select it, then you press this delete button here. So at the top here, you have these buttons are used to change the awareness level of everyone here at once. So unaware, confused, or aware. I just show how to add combatant here. This is to add conditions to a combatant. You have to select one first, of course, and then you can add a condition here. You notice that he changed the awareness level, and he added also automatically prone and vanquished, because those are a side effect of being incapacitated. So you can remove all the conditions like this, or if you want only to remove a specific condition, you can select it again to remove it. Each combatant has a acted button, so doesn't have taken his turn yet, or has taken his turn. The awareness, as I showed, this is the initiative rating, the name. This is an injury. You can add injuries here as they occur. There's a size for the creature, the length of their longest weapon, their reach. These two make the reach. For instance, a Gargoon as a Mankar, as a sword, it's a length 3 weapon, but since he's small, the reach is 2 because of the size modifier here. The engagement zone is in feet or in spaces. The move in feet or in spaces here. So this button, the length, is used to if the weapon changes length. For instance, let's say Wilfred is in the tracker here, and Wilfred has a spear, but let's say that he's thrown his spear and doesn't have it anymore, so he switches to his other weapon, which is a sword. He would change the length of his longest weapon to 4, and now he has a reach of 4. That's the way to use this button here. This resets the tracker and increases the round counter when you press this. So if everybody has acted and you want to reset there's a faster way to do this. I'll show this in a moment. And you want to reset the tracker, you press this button here. It puts everybody as not having acted and increase the round here to second round. This is a side panel with some information. You can disclose a section here and collapse them. It's the same thing as I put in another window, which is called the melee routine also. At the bottom here, you have either a dice roller with a limited history here, moving to the right. When you check the D2, it gives you right or left if you're wondering if it's the right shoulder or the left shoulder, for instance. This disappears if you press the delete button here, or if you switch to the round counter, it will also disappear. So the round counter is automated, so each time you reset the counter, it increases the round, but you can also set it if you want. Those with a check are past rounds, and the current round is this the one with the caret here. Caret. And the sixth round here is 30 seconds, so this is 2 minutes of combat. I showed how to use this, and this is to hide or show the GM nodes. GM nodes can be anything you need. If you don't have much, you can put the node size small, so you have more space, or you can press choose the other two. This is a flexible space. It will take as much as it needs. It's a bit, if you have more space, you can use that, and you have more to display. And the last thing is to load or save states. So you can prepare encounter in advance, and then when it's gaming night, you can just load an encounter that you prepared in advance. It loads everything, and if you entered injuries or conditions, who has acted, who is aware, it saves everything. So you can either use this to prepare the starting situation for an encounter, or if you end a gaming session in the middle of combat, I know it's not a good thing, but sometimes you have to, you can save the current status as a different state than the loading one, and call it back when you start a new gaming session and resume the combat. So I'll show you how to do that. Actually, let's say that the group, choose the group, is encountering Evelyn and a couple of NPCs. It'll be Donar and Travis here, and you might add the GM notes here to specific things during the encounter, and then you enter a name. So let's say this is an encounter for a clearing in the forest that the party might travel to. You enter a name and press save here, and then this appears here. And when you're in the gaming session and the party comes to the clearing, you just do this and you're ready to go. So you don't have anything else to worry about. The way to use the tracker when an encounter starts, you press the tab button, and this selects automatically the first combatant. When this combatant has acted, you press tab again, and it selects the next one. It marked the first as having acted, and when you tap through the last one, it resets the counter, selects the first one, and increases the round here to the next one. One thing that happens is that sometimes the character will ready an action. In this case, you add the condition readied action, and then you don't press tab in this case, because if you press tab, it will make Wilfred as having acted. So then you select the next one, and then you can tab your way to wherever. And let's say that Wilfred wants to act here just before Donar. What you do is you drag him to where he wants to act. And as you see, it changed the initiative rating of those following him. And it will act as this initiative rating from now on. And when Wilfred took his action, you press tab, and then it removed the readied action and marked him as having acted. When you want to add injuries, what you do is you press the enter key to activate the injury field. And what I like to do is I like to put impairment in front, and I separate any injuries to with a backslash like that. And if there's a new, he has a new injury, select it again. I would increase the impairment, and then I would add a new injury here. So that's that's it basically. You just press tab when the character is done, and press enter when you want to enter injuries. All right, thank you for watching this video. The next part of this video will be an example of a short encounter using this tracker. Thank you for watching.